Did Trisha really just ruin her career by leaking her own text messages on Twitter? She can delete, but she can't hide. We have all the receipts today. Hello and welcome back to Drama Investigator. So, I have been keeping up to date on the whole Trisha/frenemies drama, and there's some deleted tweets that people either haven't seen or people just aren't talking enough about. But don't you worry, I have the receipts. So grab your popcorn, grab your tea, and let's dive right in. Trisha has been going off on Twitter and posting videos non-stop for the last few days, ever since quitting frenemies. For those of you who don't know the drama, let me get you up to date. On June the 8th, Trisha posted a video about why she was quitting frenemies. This announcement happened days after the podcast aired, where Trisha and H3 had a dispute about the production crew's contributions and compensation to the Frenemies podcast. In Trisha's video, however, addressing why they were leaving, Trisha said that the dispute actually wasn't the reason for leaving. Instead, Trisha said that they wanted the podcast to be a 50-50 partnership. According to Trisha, Ethan's position was that H3 produces the podcast and Trisha is just the talent. Following on from this video, Trisha has been going off at H3. In response to Trisha going off on Twitter and posting non-stop videos, Ethan made a video addressing the drama, and all of their fans agree with Ethan. Ethan has always been good to Trisha, and also Ethan's mental health is just as important as Trisha's. A lot of the time, it appears that Ethan was walking on eggshells around Trisha because Trisha would get offended by every little thing he'd say, and Trisha can just say whatever they want. So let's dive into all of the deleted tweets that Trisha is hiding. Ethan had tweeted, "Okay, I'm starting to get upset about all this. Our crew is getting hate from Trisha's fans on their personal accounts, and I'm losing my cool. The crew has done nothing but support her and work their asses off every week, and the treatment they are getting is unacceptable. I was never rude to them. I know nothing about what you pay them, and I don't care to know. It was never about them. This is a lie. I'm getting 15%, which is fine because you're putting up the money. Nowhere did you say Frenemies highlights was the money going into buying the product. I'm still not mad. But why mislead saying I'm getting 50% of profits when it's 15% of what you're telling me is profit?" Here we can see leaked text messages between Ethan and Trisha. Ethan had said, "We are splitting the 30%, which is typically our profit margin. Sounds good. Yep. Okay, cool. Totally cool with that. Your resources and your investing. I'm more than happy with that. I'll show you all the numbers and sales and stuff, obviously. Cool. Sweet. We're aiming for May. Looking good. You keep switching. Is it to pay employees, production costs? Or now it's merch? Like what?" And here we can see another message from Ethan that said, "We can just do 50-50 on revenue from the main episode plus sponsors." Okay, works for me. It's basically just 50-50 on all the money from all the main episodes. There is highlights. We'll just keep that money to cover production costs and such. Okay, that totally makes sense to me. If that's okay. Totally. Would you be okay with 55 at 45? I think other stuff might not add up to enough. Lol. Okay. How about 60-40? Just kidding. Sorry, I know it's lame. I was just thinking about it a little more. And then Trisha had responded saying this, which a lot of people are absolutely horrified at, and they're even more shocked because she leaked these messages herself. So obviously Trisha has been called a lot of names for saying this, and this has caused Trisha to get really upset and go off. Trisha then tweeted, "I can't scream enough. I don't want more money. I want to have a say in where some of the highlights money goes to, because that's what we agreed on, production costs. He asked me why I should have a say in new hires because I was under the impression Frenemies money would pay part of someone's salary. I don't know. It turned into this huge thing. If I cared so effing much about money, I wouldn't be quitting but apologising and begging to be taken back. Money does not control me. It's a huge loss to step away because it also helps promote my side businesses, which is now not going to be as easy, and that's okay. I said I have no issue with them. You're using them to hide the fact that you're an asshole. Stop saying I'm inducing hate by defending myself. I was never rude to them. They were never rude to me. This is insane. My video is clarifying what I said. It's not inciting hate whatsoever to anyone. AB Dan and Ian are all public on Instagram. It's straight up bullshit. No one is private. How about you telling me I can't bring Moses to the set because he's not a part of the show? And I respected your wishes because it's a job. I come to work. Deflecting everything onto the crew when I've never had any interaction with them. I sit next to Ethan. I'm presented with topics by Ethan while on the show. I lash out at Ethan, but he wants to paint me to be the villain to the crew. Not happening. How about Ethan as the boss, the employer, the producer, not let it get to that level? How about not air it? I agreed to let it air, but I'm not in charge of the employees. Never have been. Any hate they're getting is Ethan for letting that run. I really didn't think anything of being rude to the crew until Ethan texted me late last night. They were upset I disrespected them and they wouldn't be filming the vlog the next day. I was confused AF. I agreed to let it air because I just thought it was between me and Ethan. Ethan also said last night he agreed I was being rude. I clearly didn't/don't see it. He did. He shouldn't have let it air. Trisha had then received this email that said, H3 related info. Dear Trisha, you're the most toxic human being on the face of this planet. You're not worthy of spending time with Ethan and the H3 crew. Please take your and get the F out. We are done with your behaviour. You don't deserve the money. All you do is rock up and talk. Why are you so hung up on money when you say frenemies is your play money? F you, Trisha. You are literally the worst. Trisha responded, his crew is getting hate? My entire Twitter, YouTube, TikTok is how I haven't changed. I'm evil, rude, greedy, money hungry. I'm getting insane amount of hate. I'm triggered AF right now. I didn't respond to his text because I'm pissed. He said I'm being unfair when he was rude AF to me, telling me I just show up, patronising me saying I'm in perfectly stable condition. I was in shock. I still am. And don't come on here saying my crew is getting so much hate from Trisha's video. Those are your employees for you to protect. You knew they were upset. Why would you let it go out? My video said nothing negative about them. Don't peace and love this BS. You brought it to Twitter. You brought up merch sales. I didn't respond privately because I'm not in the space to. Effing Jesus. And then blast me on Twitter saying I incite hate, but then she's great, wonderful. Great time together. BS. I've been quiet on social media because this shit feels awful. None of it feels good, but I needed to clarify what I said. I'm allowed to speak on what I was trying to say. When he texted me the crew was upset with me at 11:30 last night, I genuinely was taken aback, like I still am. I have no idea who came up with what. I really thought Ethan did. I've always been appreciative. I've said that in my videos today. Damn. Daniel Perez had tweeted, I swear to God, if you actually talk to him, this won't get any better. This is online back and forth. Just take it easy. He brought it online tonight. If he watches 2 seconds of my video, I'm clarifying what I said. He tweeted how his crew is getting hate because of my vid. He tweeted I wasn't responding. He tweeted my percentage of sales. I offered today to Ethan to still promote Frenemies merch and take $0. I didn't even want to cut anymore after all this, but I would be happy to promote it as I don't want to leave them high and dry, and that people would still buy it, especially under the circumstances. He texted me about it, and I was of course more than willing to do what I can to take no money. Like it's not about the money in my pocket. Jesus Christ, I made $9 million last year. I'm okay with money. Just like he texted me last night if I was still down to do the Rage Room vlog today because he already spent $5K and couldn't get it back. I said of course I will. I'm a professional. It's work. We paid for it. I'll show up. I don't leave people high and dry. Hours later, he texted me that the crew isn't comfortable around me, so they were not going to film for us. Okay, hire a cameraman for $500 or lose a $5,000 deposit. And it was all because the guy was upset his girlfriend's idea was shot down, according to Ethan, even though I had no idea whose idea it was. This is the exact problem I knew was going to happen. He's going to deflect on his crew. They were all fans of Ethan before being hired and their girlfriends/wives. Like, of course, they'll always be in his favour. And I'm made to look like the same old Trish. Knew this was going to happen. And honestly, I just don't care anymore. I just don't. And stop bringing up my mental illness BPD BS. I'm on effing medication right now. I have been for a month, and I don't use any of that shit as a crutch or an excuse because I do have my shit more controlled than before, and I don't feel I'm entirely in the wrong. Nothing about the situation is anything I wanted. I don't want crew members to ever feel disrespected. I didn't want to leave the show, leave the friendship with Ethan. Like, none of this feels good and none of this benefits me. It's not me pushing people away. I felt extremely disrespected yesterday. Pushed and pushed. It's not walking on eggshells. It's respecting someone when they ask to stop the recording and just not respecting that. I don't feel respected. The crew told Ethan they felt disrespected. So what's the point of confusing? I'm upset. I didn't respond privately because I'm upset. None of my videos tonight were exposing videos. It was me trying to clarify the storm that aired. I'm getting so much hate for an issue that didn't exist. I haven't thrown anyone under the bus. I never intended to because there isn't. Everyone didn't like my reaction on the pod. I wanted to explain myself. I don't want enemies with anyone, hence me leaving a show that gave me a platform and promotions for my passion projects. It would have benefited me to stay, but people felt disrespected by me, so I chose to leave because that's not fair to them. I don't want people walking on eggshells with me, and if that's the consensus there, of course I would quit. I'm not trying to cause anyone anxiety or feel like their work is not appreciated. I don't want enemies. I've been trying to make amends with everyone this year and last. This is getting twisted in such a horrible way, and I'm sick. Like, truly just don't know what to do with myself. They set up this cool foreign snacks thing that looked dope as hell, hence why I said they were busy when the pizza debacle came up. I told Ian I've seen him work the hardest on that podcast. Like what? Because honestly, I can take people hating me again, thinking I haven't been working on myself properly, but I don't like this narrative of me being greedy or rude to the employees. I was happy with any percentage of the merch. I wasn't even expecting a percentage. I was just happy to get a hoodie for real. I never negotiated, never asked to see numbers, didn't care to. The following morning, Trisha had tweeted, deleted all my tweets from last night. I should have shown private conversations. I apologise. I apologise for everything. This got blown out of proportion. I don't want enemies. I've tried really hard to make amends with people I've been in drama with. I don't want it. Since posting and deleting these tweets, Trisha has made countless videos on the situation. People are calling her videos very manipulative, and no one is really taking her side. So let me know your guys' thoughts thoughts on this in the comments.